What's going on, guys? We are here doing a tutorial on how to do cows in American farming, how to be able to feed them, raise them, be able to sell them, all the fun stuff. This is going to be teaching you the needs to know for cows in AF. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, let me start with this. There is a process to the cows. Let's go ahead and start off with this right here. You can sell them after they're 12 weeks old is when I recommend, because that's when they are fully mature and they're no longer calves. They're actually mature. So you can sell them for a really higher price. Dairy cattle, when they hit the 8-year mark, that is when you actually want to sell them. The 0 to 10, they go in the pen. Dairy, so on and so forth. You sell them when they're about 9 years old is what I believe, what I've been told. Just make sure y'all understand that going into the future, and so y'all get the rest of the information that's about to come your way. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, back to American farming. We're actually back here today. We are teaching how to start cattle. We are, of course, starting off at the feeder farm. And so, of course, you got to start off with the basics. First thing you need to do not plant soybeans, do not plant wheat. You need to plant corn. So drive up into your field, sit down, and go. You need to start with planting corn. Of course, I'm going to use an AI worker because I trust the AI worker a lot to go ahead and get the job done for me. So you'll pretty much just go on like this and keep cutting away. Now, if you're having an issue, I will say this, a lot of people have it. If you're having an issue where it says you're not in the field, but your back end is, basically what you need to do is get your front 2 wheels up in here, then hit headlands, and then watch it. It'll throw it where it needs to be. So that's just a little bit of a trick you need to know going into the future of it. Just make sure you put the front wheels at least in, or at least most of the tractor. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it will go around several times. You do not have to worry about this. So let's go ahead and get this completely filled up, and we'll come back once it is full. So of course, here we have the thing full now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this over here, of course. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will say you will have to do some cleaning up here and there. It's not that big of a deal, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say these boys put in a lot of hard work building this game. And so, yes, you'll have to clean up some of the edges, but it's really amazing what they've been able to do, where you actually have headlands that you actually do compared to some other games that I shall not name that don't do headlands. So you actually unload the rest of them, and this will actually get you to your next part of what you need to do. But before I show you that, this is some crucial information that you will learn the hard way. Do not set the AI worker to go when you have it folded in. Say like this right here, you see how it's folded in right now? If you leave it folded in, the AI worker will just do spinning, because it's not recognizing that it needs to actually put it down to the ground and actually go. A couple quick notes real fast. This is something very interesting you need to know. This right here is where you will actually load up your manure. If you actually load manure out of here and spread it on your fields, you will end up getting both of your fertilization states of PK and nitrogen. So you only have to put one load of that down. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this is not Farming Simulator 22 graphics, but it's still very well built. For a company who's never made a game before to come out here to do this, bravo, guys. Just bravo to the entire team. Of course, here you go. You hit that button right there and you start loading up with feed. Like that's all you have to do to make cattle feed. It is that simple. And from here, you basically unload it into there. Basically, you either unload it into here or into here. Over here in this exact section right here. And the troughs was like where you throw it. Of course, back there is where you put the hay in that loop right there. So let's actually show you how to load cows up and how they all work. So we'll head on over to the store real fast and buy the cows we need, just so y'all can make sure you buy the right cows. And here we are at the market. So this is important information. So this is actually, ladies and gentlemen, where you sell your cows or pigs. This is actually where you sell pigs and cows here. Or you can come over here and buy your pigs or cows and sell them over there. So we're actually going to start with the beef cows. You'll buy 6 of these exactly. The mother pen only holds 6. I cannot stress that enough. So now that we've spent the money on that, let's take these back to the farm, show you where to put them. Actually, let's show y'all what feeder calves look like as well, so we can go ahead and move on to the dairy farm. So the yearlings, we'll actually just go ahead and buy 2 of those. And so let's go ahead and take these on down to where they need to go and keep on rocking and rolling. And of course, here we are. So of course, you see this little blue outline. We put the end of the trailer over there and you hit unload all. So this is where you actually leave your mother cows. So you can actually come over here and put your hay in this right here, or you can put your feed mixture in that over there. You do not need both, but but you do start off with a bunch of bells over there, which I will show you here in a second after we unload the feeder calves. So the end of our trailer in it for realism. Now, of course, you don't actually need it, but of course it does help. And there you go. You unloaded those into the pasture, and you can see yourself 2 baby mumus. This is actually really cute how they're standing right next to each other like that. This is where your cows will be. Of course, they'll be out scattered throughout the whole field. This is where you'll put your hay and your feed mixture. So let's go ahead and show y'all what you do with the feed mixture. So to my knowledge, it does take like 3 feed mixtures, and that first field you get, I believe, gives you maybe 10 feed mixtures. I'm not 100% sure. There can be somebody who does the exact math down below. I'm not 100% sure on this. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if this video gets 400 likes, I will actually do a giveaway of 5 copies of American Farming. If you want that to happen, hit the like button down below. It really is appreciated. So then you'll come over here, of course. Now we could fill that back up and keep filling that up, but I want to show y'all how the other place works. And so, of course, as you see, the first load we're full again. I think you get 2 or 3 mixtures off of each trailer full you get. So just keep count of how many trailer fulls you get, and you'll be able to keep track very easily. Now, I can also show you another place to keep track of how many pounds and how many bushels stuff you have. You can actually unload here, and there you go. So we have officially fed the cows over here as well, and you can see how your cattle are doing. The orange means they're hungry, but of course, as you see here, they have food. You can see how many mother cows you have in the barn, how many cattle it can hold. So you can only fit 20 cows in there, and of course mother cows because of that. I do recommend time the babies are ready to be taken away from the mothers, which I believe is at their 1-year mark. Take the calves away from the mothers, because if you put them in the pen, it makes them grow faster, better. Or no, it's the 8-month mark. Yes, put them in here at the 8-month mark. It lets them grow faster. So I think that's pretty much it for this part of the feeder cows. So let's get on over to the dairy farm and show you how that's done. And of course, we are back here with the dairy farm. I believe there's only 1 dairy farm, and there is 2 feedlots. There is another feedlot for sure on this map, so I'll actually show you where while we unload. This is, by the way, where you unload your silage, aka your chaff. So let me show you on the map. This up here is your dairy farm. This right here is your actually starting pig farm. So the second farm you could choose, the easier one in my opinion, that is that farm, cattle feed farm. And if you actually want to see all the locations here, you can stop for a second and look at all the different stuff you can do here. But continuing on what we were doing, we got to unload that. Of course, I'm planting some stuff in the background because I forgot about that being full already. You load it from here, same as the other one. You do the exact same steps. So you actually load your mothers into each pen. So you will go to, so this is the dairy farm. You will load 16 mothers into this pen, and you can load 16 animals into the dairy calf barns. Let's actually go to the store here and buy ourselves a semi-truck. This right here is, of course, the quad-built semi-truck. We're just gonna buy it real fast. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the quad-built semi-truck up close and personal. We're actually gonna hook up to the cattle trailer first, and I'm gonna go and take it over here, load it up with some dairy cattle, just so we can actually show y'all how that is done. This is dairy. We'll select the dairy right here and select 30. We'll actually take all 30, which that is $51,000 to fill this trailer up with cattle. So we'll take all these to our pasture they need to go in, so we can actually start showing y'all the fun stuff. You can actually, by the way, you could just put the ends in, or you can actually just drive in here and unload. So this is the calf / heifer pasture. You cannot put them in here, and this must be your mother barn. Yes, you'll unload all your mothers in here. You can hold up to 16 mother cows. Look at this, look at it. It's a dairy cow. Oh, I love it. It's a Holstein. It's a Holstein dairy cow. So this is something pretty cool. You actually drive it into here to feed the actual mother cows, and you'll end up unloading all of it into here. So once you feed them the first little bit, as you can see here, you instantly get milk and manure. And then from there, you'll get, of course, calves, and from there, you'll be able to produce more and more. And so we can go ahead and wrap this up as quick as we can. We can go ahead and head right here. This is where you will actually be unloading all your milk. You will need this specific milk tanker. It'll be inside your store. You'll scroll down here where it says livestock. This is where everything you'll need. So if you want a bigger feeder trailer, you go here. I do recommend buying that when you can afford it, but to even haul the milk at all, you need this trailer. Now this is a must-have trailer no matter what. Of course, if you want to hold more livestock, you can go with this one or stay with your basic model. That is some of the important information, but let's go ahead and get you this figured out. So you will, of course, back up right here and you will start loading up, as you see. Start loading up there, which there's not a whole lot of milk in there, and we can come over here here and show you, like the other places, this is where you will store your manure here. Now, I'm gonna real quickly take you to the other cow farm just to kind of show you examples of where everything is over there. And after doing some playing on this, definitely can tell y'all some of this information right here. This is your second big cow farm. Of course, you're up here in this top corner showing the plots. This is where we're at right here. And this is more or less where your top farm is that you will definitely want to play on if you're wanting to get into feeder cows. So we'll just give some examples of where everything is just so you know. By the way, also this place right here is meant for row crop and feeder cows, so you are able to do both here. Right over there is where you will hold your manure. This is your calf barn where you'll hold your mothers. You can fit up to 8 mothers in this barn. That is all you can fit in here, but you can still, of course, there's 2 more than you had over there. This is, of course, where you feed it, get the feed out at. Of course, this is where you do the feeding of these cows. You will unload the bales in there, and this is where you, this is technically your pasture for this version of the farm. This is more of like an actual feedlot setup. I definitely do enjoy how that's set up. And of course, over here is your actual grain bins for your actual feed, and you can store your equipment in these sheds over here. Now, this is something, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give it really quick show y'all. The fact that you can actually have a place to store your equipment in a mobile game, this is very rare. And so, ladies and gentlemen, so that should be the end of today's video. I thank y'all so very much for today. And if y'all have any questions about today's video, please leave them down in the comment section down below. For me, the entire team here, we'll see you next time. Peace.